In this video I'm going to give you a very quick run through of my full circle plus size templates so that you can make the most of this Adobe Illustrator file. I've zoomed in on the size chart that comes with the blocks just to give you an idea of the sizing and measurements. You can see here that I've given you approximate UK size and Australian size, and those sizes range from a size 20 UK up to a size 44 UK. You can see here the approximate American or Canadian size, which goes from a 16 up to a size 40, and also the EU equivalent size, which goes from a 48 up to a 72. Here we have the block waist measurement, which is the finished measurement of the circular waist, and that's supplied for each of the blocks in centimetres. I've also given you the inch equivalents here underneath. When we look more closely at the block, you'll see that there are several blocks supplied. The first one is the waist to knee version, and that one is 60 centimetres long for each of the sizes, or 23 5/8 of an inch. We also have what I've called the waist to hem, or it could be called the waist floor block version, and that's 105 centimetres long according to the size chart, and 41 5/16 of an inch. While we're here, I'm just going to move you over and just show you the lines here close up, and these are each of the sizes supplied, so you can see that the sizes are all colour coded and the lines have different strokes as well, so just for you to see that they're quite easily distinguishable. This is the Adobe Illustrator file open, and it might be quite useful if I just go through all the different layers and explain them as we go. So what I'll do is switch them all off, and then we can switch them back on one by one. The first layer switched on here is the ruler and scale layer, and you can see you have a handy ruler there which also converts centimetres to inches or vice versa, and some scale rulers there. That's just a labels layer, and we have here a fabric template layer. Now this fabric template is 145 centimetres wide, which is 57 1/16 of an inch, and it's 5 metres in length. And this is really useful when you're planning full circle skirt shapes because they're incredibly large, and one of the most important things is to make sure that your pattern pieces can actually fit on the standard widths of fabric that we have. And I've given you 2 fabric templates here. If I just switch that one off and switch that one on, you can see that you've got one which is 100 centimetres wide, or 39 3/8 of an inch, and that one's 5 yards in length. So let me just switch the 5 metres in length one on, and you can just see the difference there between 5 yards and 5 metres. We have some grain line suggestions here, and I go into more detail about them in the Creative User Guide, which comes along with this set of blocks as well, so you can have a look at how changing the grain line will give your full circle skirt garment a slightly different look. Here we have the size key layer, and that just illustrates which of the lines that I've already shown you is associated with the different sizes, and also our size chart layer. So we come on now to the different sizes. So as you can see, I've given you the full circle in terms of pattern shapes. However, they are separated into different quarters, and this just makes it easier for you to manipulate and change the pattern section. So you may be wanting to work on this particular block here, the shorter version, or you can click on the longer line version as well. I suggest that if you are wanting to just work on one size, that you copy and paste the size, so you can use a Command C and a Command V and just make a copy. And if we drag that over to our fabric templates here, you can see that that fits quite nicely on the 145 centimetre wide fabric template, but not on the 100 centimetre fabric template. But if we took the shorter version and took that over, that would fit on. So it just gives you an idea of your limitations there. So if we just go through, we have all the sizes build up there, and I'm just adding on the sizes as we go, so you can choose to work on one size, a range of sizes, or all of the sizes. Just let me get rid of those, and I'm going to switch on the train layer. So this is a template that I've given you that's quite useful for developing bridal trains or evening gowns. I'm just going to copy that one and pop it over there, and you can see immediately that this pattern section is too wide to go on either of my templates. So it might be that I decide I want to change this pattern section and just make it shorter on what might be the side seam here to be able to fit on the fabric width. And it might be that I decide to lengthen that because I want a very long train at the back of my skirt. So hopefully that gives you some ideas and helps you make the most of this Adobe Illustrator full circle plus size skirt template. I've mentioned the creative user guide, and I'm just going to give you a really quick run through that and just highlight some of the information that I have within there. You'll see that I've given you an introduction to designing full circle skirts and some useful information that you can take a look at there. Also, I go into more detail about fabric grain and the different grain line options and how using a different grain line will give you a different look for a skirt. I've also got a Get Creative section, and I just wanted to highlight that you don't need to just use the circular skirt shape as a full circle skirt. You can introduce pleats, you can cut double the quantity of waistline measurement you need and gather those skirts up. Here's just a sheet to show you, if you've purchased the PDF version, how to fix those sheets together and how they work, and an idea of how the AI file looks when you open it, a size chart, and how to cut your pattern pieces, mirror them, etc., and how to work with them, and just some more guidance there, and step-by-step instructions on that, just taking a look at creating a train, and just some more creative inspiration on how you can develop your full circle skirt. If you want to learn more about pattern cutting using Adobe Illustrator, general manual pattern cutting or grading, you'll find lots of information on my blog about how to join me for a course and the range of courses that I have available. You can also follow me on social media, and if you want to take a look on my blog, you'll find lots more useful posts that will take you even further. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have purchased my full circle skirt block, I hope you really enjoy using it and get really creative with it. Thank you.